Welcome to the 1997 North Shore Country Day School Science Fair, April 15th, 1997.
So it'll be hard to put it into 30 seconds. First of all, I learned, as my hypothesis guessed, that the more acidic that liquid is, especially rain, that translates to the more damage that it can do to plants and other forms of agriculture and forms of the environment. I learned a lot of things. I learned that on the Chicago Board of Trade that they trade permits for admissions to emit a ton of the substances which create acid rain in the environment. I found that interesting. And I found out that America is just as bad as anywhere else in the world for acid rain. So it's really our problem and not just something which we can say is happening in other places.
My project was to save tomatoes would germinate and grow the best in wheat moss, sand, soil, vermiculite, and fiberglass. And if they would germinate and grow the best in either water or the nutrient solution. And my conclusion was that the seeds, that 44 out of 50 seeds germinated in the water, and 39 out of 50 seeds germinated in the sand. And then the ones that germinated the best in the water were the soil and the peat moss. And then the ones that germinated the worst were vermiculite and the nutrient solutions. The ones that germinated the best were the opposite. Sand, fiberglass, and vermiculite. And then the one that germinated the worst was soil. And then for the average growth, the soil and the ones I watered with water, the soil was the best, and the fiberglass, the peat moss was the worst, and then in the nutrient solution, the vermiculite,
Well, now, if I were to plant a tomato, what would you recommend to plant it in? What's the best?
Well, I would plant it in a mixture of sand, soil, and peat moss, and then you would water it with water alone until it germinated. After it germinated, you would water it with the nutrients.
Okay, thanks.
And 20 ounces of water Joe is equal to about a cup of coffee. So I just spread it constant amount of water Joe, and I watched how they grew, and I kept the journal and I took pictures. But it did work. I gave plants 1 and 2 caffeine, and then I left plants 3 and 4 with just regular artesian water, and it was growth in plant 1 was the most significant, and originally plant 3 was the tallest. That was caffeine, but in 1 week it grew. In 1 week, the 2 plants that had caffeine both grew larger than plant 3. So,
Did you do that on purpose? By plant 3 bigger?
oh no, I just chose my random.
Well, it's really interesting. Well, so if I feed my plants caffeine, they'll grow faster?
It worked for this kind of plant. I'm not sure about the rest of them.
Alex Chen, and I'm from the 6th grade. And this is my purpose was.
Talk here.
My question was, which works best for watering plants? And my hypothesis was the plant watered with Coke smelled the best. My conclusion was the plant with the Coke and milk grew the same. Actually, they grew the same.
Great. Thanks.
We have a lot of good shots. So we can change a non-flowering violet into a flowering violet.
They're just
I haven't done this one. Oh, you know why I haven't done yours yet? Because you had a piece of green tape. So I didn't know what you were planning on putting in, so I waited.
So what's the answer? Will various kinds of music affect plant growth?
Yeah. This one, these are actually violet plants that aren't supposed to grow flowers, but for some reason this one did.
And what was it listening to?
Gloria Estefan, are you familiar with her music?
Sure.
You know the song Reach Higher?
Yeah.
Well, this plant reached higher. And this plant that was listening to Mozart, really wide. And this plant stayed more compact, and I think that was because these 2 plants have more rhythms, more upbeat rhythms, and they're a lot more loud. And this one's kind of softer, gentler music.
Same amount of light, same amount of water, same amount of food. So if I want my African violets to grow, I should play Gloria Estefan.
Right. That's
Cuts.
Here's what I did. These 3 plants right here are fertilized. These 3 right here are watered, just plain water. And let's say these 2 might have been vermiculite and dirt, and these 2 were sand and dirt, and these 2 were peat moss and dirt. And we found that, this is fertilizer and this is water. We found that these kind of turned yellow. We might have fertilized them too much. So, and we did all the same things to them. We put them in the same spot.
So what's the safest and best shortcut to growing plants?
Well, I think if we didn't fertilize them as much, if we cut down on the fertilizing, that might be better. But I found that waters were
I've never seen enough of this plant.
More people prefer cigarettes, but a couple people prefer cigarettes.
So this is preference.
This is preference. This is
Recognition on it.
What do you conclude from this, Bob?
people can definitely tell the difference between the smell of a cigar and the smell of a cigarette.
Well, I had 6
And
this kind.
from the people that I tested, more people preferred cigarettes over cigars.
In both taste and smell?
Yeah, basically.
How large was your sample?
What do you mean?
How many people?
40.
40 people. What were the numbers? What percent
On the
preferred?
smell, it was 8 out of 40 preferred cigars, and 32 out of 40 preferred cigarettes, and 40 out of 40 were able to smell the difference.
I learned that Advil worked the best out of these 3 pain relievers for headaches, and
Actually did have
that's about it.
And what's your evidence that it worked the best?
I had about 17 people take a survey, and they would get a headache, then they would rate the intensity of the headache pain using this scale, and then they would take the painkiller of their choice using the dosage of their choice, And then after a half hour, they would rate the paint again. And I averaged the results.
And the conclusion again?
Advil worked better by a lot.
By how much?
72.5%.
Wow.
That's how much it reduced the pain from its original intensity.
Uh-huh.
And aspirin and Tylenol reduced it by about 50%.
What helps to keep flowers live long? Sugar water.
Give me your experiment. No!
What's the recipe?
1 teaspoon of sugar plus a cupful of water.
And how much difference will it make?
About 2 days difference. They'll live 2 days longer.
2 days longer? Are these flowering flowers per se? Cut flowers?
Yes.
Cut flowers.
I think that's not. It's not.
I mean, they get a kick out of it too, and it was really hard to explain to them.
What was your project about, Connor? Tell us.
All right. I did a project. All right. Yeah. My cat has instinctive patterns. So does my dog. Shut up. My dog's instinctive patterns have not been developed as much as my cat's. Her instinctive patterns are strictly based on a wildcat like this one, like a wildcat's instinctive patterns. She's an oriental spotted tabby, and she comes from the same family as this one, which I did not pick up the name for. And what I found is that this one has not been through breed crosses. Like it's been one cat since 7 million years ago, when cats were first, projected from the earth.
What's that mean exactly?
It means that out of the 3 categories, arch, loop, and whirl, that from the 2 families that I tested, that their percentage of loops and whirls represented what their kids had. Like the family A had 55% loops and 45% whirls, and their kids ended up with 50% of each. And for family B, it was also 25 to 75%, and then 20 to 80%. And I also tested students to see if they represented the world population of like fingerprint types, and they did. It was pretty close.
Now, are there toe print types too?
Oh, yes, there are. I didn't test toads, but
Similar characteristics?
I think so. I have no clue about magic. How to
We raced at 80.7, 167 beats per minute. That's quite a lot. To get a lot of energy to race around the ball, flip out of the water, trying to find colder water, put it back into it.
What temperature do they say is like that?
I'd say about 74, that's their natural one. When it hits anything beyond 76.6, that's their heat max. It's about here. From there it just shoots up like that. They don't handle very much more temperature. Other questions? Well, it's my father's machinery. I had to figure a little bit out. I did all this myself, so it's still my project. It's a very hard machine to use. He had to choose the probe for me, which I still don't know what it was. But other than that,
What is the
everything what happened, it liquefied, and that's what, if you like baby food, that's what turned on your stomach, basically, pretty much. And it took all the vitamins, and it all like went into all the stuff in there. And this is what that was like, not chunky. Kind of smells bad, but that's what it is. And they all liquefied into that.
And it was kind of like mine.
And that's
So what do your graphs tell us here, Margaret?
This shows the weight over periods of 3 days at a time. So you can see them in relation to each other.
And which rats do the best? Under what conditions?
I found that all of the veggie rats, as they're called, rats only on the vegetarian diet of meat, had a higher growth rate. And on March 11th, for some reason, they all lost weight. And I don't know why. Completely unexpected.
So if one were to have a pet rat, at least in terms of weight gain, vegetarian diet is the answer?
It would seem. It doesn't seem logical somehow. It seems like my hypothesis still seems sort of logical to me, but I guess this disproves it.
What was your hypothesis?
My hypothesis was that not only would the meat diet afford each rat a higher weight gain and ultimately a higher weight, but it would also make it more aggressive. And I found that they did become much more aggressive. Here I have this neat little chart that shows how many times each rat bit me, how many times it bit another rat, which rats are alpha rats in their pairs, and which rats are alpha rats in the whole group.
it changed the color of this one so much?
What do you mean? Like,
I mean, you said that this one changed color the most.
no, this one